Right, so for our project, we decided to create a database of universities. And the function of this database would be to kind of allow the user to search for universities and add it to a list. So we started off by creating the schema for our database. And within the schema, we had obviously the university entity. We also had entities for departments, locations, reviews, watch listed universities, the clubs from, or the student organizations and clubs in the university, and notable alumni that come from the university.
Architecture, we have our create table statements in one SQL file where we made the database and made its tables. And we also have another SQL file where we made procedures, functions, and triggers. I can show that right now. So here, this is our file where we made our database with each table, location, university, review, club, notable alumni, watch list of university. And here are our procedures. For example, we can, two of them are to search universities based on their name or federal school code. And then we have a list of our procedures where you can kind of filter the university. So you can set a minimum application fee and a maximum application fee, and it'll return the universities within that range. And we have the same thing for tuition, aid awarded, average SAT ranking, student body size, campus size, acceptance rate, and then you can also search by city or state. And those are the ones for universities. Then you can also write a review. So this is one of our create operations. If you give it a star rating, a description, and the university name, it will add in the review. And this is a procedure where you can do all the filters at once. Then you can, these two procedures are to filter the locations. And this is our function where you can get the average star rating. So this will take the star ratings, which are like 1 through 5 for each review, and it'll average it per school, and it'll give that as the average star rating for the school. Then this is our trigger, where if you add a new review, it will recalculate that star rating and insert that into the watch list universities. And this is a procedure to add to the watch list. You can update the notes of a university in the watch list, and you can remove a university from watch list. We also have a collection of data where we found the top 20 universities from US News, and we gathered data from there as well as niche, and we were able to export these as CSV files and import them into our tables using the import table wizard.
All right, so in terms of what the application would be used for, we kind of had the idea of having like a student who is applying to college being able to use this database in order to add universities that they like into a watch list. And they could look for universities not just by their name, but for example, if they prefer a large university versus a small university, they can change the student body size or the campus size in their search, and they can filter the universities by that. So getting more specific, we initially thought that like the user should first open the application, and that would be where the application would prompt the user for the username and password. From there, they can either view their watch list or search for university. If they want to search for university, they can either search by the university name, and later we also added that they can search by the federal school code, or they could select filters such as campus size, student body size, acceptance rate, etc. The user can also select universities to add to the watch list. And initially we had this to where you search for university and you add it to the list after you search for it, but we changed it to where you can just add it directly by typing in the university name. And from searching, the user can exit the website. And going back to the beginning, the user can view their watch list. from viewing their watch list, they can remove universities from their watch list, which would obviously update the database to remove that from the watch list of universities. And from there, again, the user can exit the website.
So these are some examples of our CRUD operations. The first one we have for create is a user can write a review. For read, a user can filter the universities, as Sanjit mentioned, and it'll return the updated list of universities after the filters. The user can update notes on a watchlisted university for the update operation, and they can also remove a university from the watch list for the delete operation. Now we can show some examples of that. So this is our code. We have our backend code where we can call the SQL procedures and make queries. And this is the front end where we can where we establish the GUI. This is all the code for creating that. Now we can run the GUI. It'll prompt you for username and password. Once you enter, you can either search universities, access the university watch list, or write a review. And we can search for universities now. This is the full list of our application of the universities in the database, and we can filter universities. There are default values in here, and we can edit this. Say we only want an application view of up to 70, and we want a campus size of maximum 300. And we filter, then we're left with one university, Johns Hopkins University. And we can go ahead and add it to the watch list, or you can go back and we can demonstrate the watch list. So here we already have one in the watch list, Northwestern. We can demonstrate the update operation. We can edit the notes. So currently, this is what the notes are. You can edit the notes to say something else. As you can see, the notes have been updated successfully here. It reflects the change. So as you can see, we have Northwestern University with our changes to the notes, and we can also delete it from the watch list. And if we specify that, remove, it's gone from the watch list.